5, 5, 7, 2, 1.
Threat to the hemisphere.
One day,
Further action will be justified.
this nation
We
will
direct the
rise
armed
up
forces to prepare for any
the
eventuality.
meaning of its creed.
Third, it shall be the policy of this nation
It's self-evident that all men are created equal.
Do we make our creations, or do our creations make us? This has been a simple question I asked myself, and while upon pondering, found an answer, or at least believed to be the answer I was seeking all along. What I'm about to talk to you about will, most likely in all cases, threaten the integrity of all creative works, but in lieu of their loss and continuity, it opens a new door of probability. What if all fictional worlds we grew up to know, we read of in books, both graphic and textual, the worlds we saw in cartoons, television programs and movies, the worlds we played in video games, were not mere works of fiction, but rather an interpretation of a real, living, breathing world. Now I know this must sound like a load of horse shit, but believe me, by the end of what I'm about to say, the existence of these fictional worlds would be untenable, and almost, if not already, inseparable from our own. As an example, I shall use a fictional realm that I hold dear to my heart. The world I speak of course, is the world of Pokemon. Now we all know what Pokemon is, or at least I hope we all do. A world of small to large creatures with superpowers that all coexist with humans. Humans enslaving, befriending, them in a small spherical device called a Pokeball, which most likely itself is a goddamn pocket dimension, and use them to fight each other within Pokemon battles, similar to Spanish cockfighting or Southern American dogfighting. How child-friendly. But I digress. This is what Pokemon is all about. Train these little buggers to be the best there ever was, and become the Pokemon Master. But here's the question. The idea of Pokemon, or in Japan, pocket monsters, no sexual innuendo intended, I believe, like many of, not all other ideas, is superpositionary in nature. I believe not only that these worlds exist as their own realities, but I believe that these worlds existed before we came up with the fictional works in our reality. I believe that imagination is fueled by the psychic vibrationary resonance of artists who translate these fictional worlds, for as long as the word applies, into a form that we can comprehend. Fictional works, such as for example the Pokemon universe, existed long before Satoshi Tajiri made Pokemon. He merely resonated with that universe and put it into a form that our minds could easily comprehend. In turn, aside from popular belief, the Pokemon universe existed not because of Satoshi, but the fictional work was created through Satoshi serving as a creative conduit by the Pokemon universe itself. Now the existence of a so-called Pokemon universe may sound like more horseshit, but believe me, think of it this way. The mind can only know that which it has seen, for our minds are limited only by reality's tangibility. If you can think it, you can make it. If you can make it, it's been thought of. If it exists as either physical or mental, it has to exist, had to exist, or is going to exist. Somewhere, somewhen, somehow. For example, here's a thought experiment. Imagine you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean, doing God knows what. You fill in that part. Probably dumping bodies. And when you relaxed, there's an explosion in the water near you. You're about to piss your britches, and like any reasonably curious person, you decide to look into the water. Open upon your surprise, you find light radiating from a large whirlpool. The light is in a series of shades of a brand new color, one never before seen by man. Now just for the hell of it, think about said color. Attempt to visualize it. If you aren't a smartass, you'll find you cannot. This is because the mind only knows that which it has seen. All possibilities are possibilities because they are possible, have been possible, and are going to be possible. Because of this fact, all possible conceptions exist in their own realities, or are reality, somewhere and somewhen. But the question I ask is not of the continuity of these realms' existence, but rather their properties and association with our own realm and its inhabitants. How can we be so sure that our thoughts are our own? Can we be so sure our creative works, our creativity in general, is truly our creation? Perhaps you should consider this. All possible creations may already exist in a higher but parallel plane of thought, consistent of thoughts. A realm of thoughts, so to say. This said realm of thoughts contains all possible thoughts, ideas, conceptions, in a kind of cesspool. Now I believe we are resonated in this realm in a way is what connects us, all of us. Thoughts being spreadable and infectious, such as in concepts, memes. And a meme is an idea that spreads like a virus, a social virus, or an inside joke. Some good ideas, some bad. Examples of memes are philosophy, religion, fads, trends. But I believe all ideas are memes, all of them. They're all connected to us on a higher mental scale, a collective consciousness, so to say. And when we get these ideas, someone else can just easily have gotten it, such as a song or a poem. It comes to a writer, but it could just as easily come to another writer, over both time and space. The only reason we rarely see this idea come up again is because the writer normally publishes it, and if you were to copy it, it would be plagiarism or a cover. The ideas tend to repeat themselves as well, as do many concepts. You can see this in history, so there's not much need to prove about that. But the thoughts that exist in different circumstances hold qualities of the same superpositionary nature as these fictional universes. I believe that all possible fictional worlds, movie, book, or video game, exist already as their own living reality, alongside all factually possible universes, and of course the wonderful, non-factually possible universes. They've been existing, do exist, and will exist, and an artist, or rather creative person, resonates one day to one of those said universes and gets inspired, so to speak, and their mind translates the universe's qualities into a conception we can openly understand and comprehend. These universes themselves have their own sets of possible outcomes, parroting our own set of universes, allowing for the illusion of creative freedom. And yes, this also means fan fictions exist as possible realities to the realities they are based off of, sadly. So in the end, the question is, do you truly know where our inspiration comes from? You must remember, information cannot be created or destroyed. That is the law of physics. Conceptions cannot spontaneously manifest into existence. They must come from somewhere, as all things have, are, and will. It's merely a transference, a divergence, and a comprehensive translation. And that, I believe, is the function and mechanics behind human imagination and the fictional works birthed from its bosom. Through our doorways and dreamscapes, we weave other worlds into our own. From the realm of thoughts to the realm of reality, both are as real as the other. Two sides of the same coin in the unimaginable ocean that is the fabric of time, space, continuum.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? Happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I?